So yesterday with the promotions of Mike Groh and Deuce Staley, today I was going to talk just about Carson Wentz and his recovery, but we're actually going to talk about another player on the Eagles roster that has gone through surgery within the last 24 hours. And I'll get to that in a little bit, but tell me in the comments down below, what do you guys think about Carson Wentz and his recovery? Do you think he's going to be ready for week 1, week 4, or maybe not even the first 2 months of the year because of how big his injury is? So I got a couple people talking to me, asking if I should make a video on this, and I was already going to. And that's Carson Wentz. You know, he tore his ACL, and we thought, hey, he's over for this year, but he'll be ready for week 1. And he's been endorsing that idea, saying, yes, he will be 100% ready. He has that confidence and that commitment to being ready week 1 to start off the next year. But yesterday, hearing the fact that not only that he tore his ACL, but 2 other ligaments in that leg, sort of an RG3-like injury, and we all know what happened to RG3 later on in his career. It's very, very, very scary to think about that. You know, and RG3 was great talent, you know. Of course, he was a Redskin, and I didn't really like him that much because of that, but aside from being a Redskin, he had a lot of potential and a lot of talent, and he got that second chance in Cleveland, but then got injured again week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles, and from there, his career finally just diminished, and now he's nowhere to be seen. Will that happen with Carson Wentz? I doubt it, but there is a lot of talk that he's going to be wearing a knee brace for the rest of his career, and that might lead to lack of mobility with him. Now, he won't be, like, completely unable to be mobile. I mean, of course he's going to be mobile. You can't take that away from him. He's going to be able to move around, but it's going to limit him a little bit because you don't want to suffer that same injury, and it's very easy to just do it again. Look at Sam Bradford, you know, just as an example. He's done it twice in back-to-back years, and it just almost destroyed his entire career. Luckily, he's still playing, but now that injury's coming to bite him in the butt again because now he's had that swelling in his knee, and it's most likely, it was actually, the bone of his knee earlier this year that kept him out, and it was just a huge bruising and swelling, and they couldn't get to it because there's so little muscle, like, whatever the whole case was, but because of the surgery to that knee, the surgeries to that knee, Sam Bradford wasn't able to do much, and he could barely walk. He tried playing on that knee, clearly wasn't the same, so they sat him, put Case Keenum in, and Bridgewater was the backup. Clearly that benefited them until the championship game. Yes, we know that, but still, this is very concerning for a young guy like Carson Wentz. And that's the thing that he has with him on his side is the fact that he's young. He's only 25. He turned 25 on New Year's Eve. You know, he has that extra side for him, but still, he definitely needs to consider changing up his play style if he wants to stay healthy. He's saying nothing's going to change the way he plays, yes. But an injury like this, a life-changing injury, yeah, you'd better rethink the way you played if you suffer this kind of injury. RG3, he got put into the situation where he had to play no matter what and stuff, just destroyed his knee. Wentz didn't have to go through that. That's one thing. And I don't expect the Eagles to rush him back, you know, brace or not. Change of play style or not, lack of ability or not. I don't expect the Eagles to rush him back into the playing field. You know, if he has to sit out week 1, 2, 3, 4, however many weeks, and we have to sit with Foles or Sudfeld or whoever's our backup because we have a long offseason ahead of us, I'm fine with that. And that's why I don't think we're going to trade Nick Foles, because that fact of Wentz missing a couple more games to start off the season is very, very real. Moving on from Wentz, we have Alshon Jeffery. And Alshon Jeffery played with a torn rotator cuff for a while. Played through the Super Bowl with it, and he had surgery on it yesterday. Props to him for that, because playing with any kind of injury, playing through anything. We all know about Terrell Owens back in 05, 04 when he played in the Super Bowl with that broken ankle. We know about Wentz and how he threw a touchdown on a torn ACL. We know how McNabb played on broken ankles, on broken legs, blah, 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 you know. We get that, but to play in the Super Bowl with some ligaments torn, a rotator cuff torn, you know, that takes a lot of strength, and the fact that he did that, and it clearly benefited us because he played amazingly in the championship game in the Super Bowl. You know, he clearly proved his worth, and now he just got to stay healthy. But the fact that he played all throughout this entire season, even with that injury that he suffered in training camp into the playoffs, you know, that's big, that's dedication, and props to him for that. So yeah, tell me in the comments what you guys think about both these guys and how they have played, how their recoveries are going to be. I think Alshon's going to be fine. It's just Carson Wentz that we got to worry about the most.